These are the basic ingredients that you need to get started doing any sort of slip casting. We obviously have our mold, which is up there on the left side. Right beneath that is we have the banding material, which you use to hold the mold together. You can also use rubber bands, but this one's a lot more reusable and it won't lose its stretchiness in the same way that a rubber band will. Then of course we have a hand drill with a little Jiffy mixer on the end of it so that we can mix up our slip. We have our gallon jug of slip right there. In this case we're using number 5 white, which is a mid-range stoneware. And then I have these sticks down here so that I can put those on top to drain the mold back into my bucket when I am done. So without further ado, we'll get started. The first thing we need to do is connect our mold. You'll notice that they have some little lumps in them. Those are registration marks, which should line up if your mold was made correctly, or if you made your mold correctly. And right beneath it I have our banding material, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it together and put it on there. I've already used this mold before, which is why it's kind of in this square shape already, but that band is adjustable. So I'm just going to get in here and do it. Simple as that. Because this can be adjusted, I go into here. I want to make sure it's tight, but not tight enough that we're going to break anything. What I've got here is my gallon jug, which I've already opened. I'm not going to make a video about how to open a gallon jug. You just pull the tabs off and then pop it open. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this guy up, and then we're going to take that hand drill and mix it up to a nice consistency. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And this doesn't have to get too crazy, but you want to make sure that you're mixing all around it. You want to get to the bottom. And you want to make sure you have the right size mixer for the amount of soot that you are using. All I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this in until it reaches the top, and then I'm going to let it wait for 10 minutes, and we're going to go from there. And it's as simple as having a nice mixture, and I just dump it in there. And you want to just kind of get this filled up to the top. I'm going to get this all the way to the top here, and the reason that you want to go up here, being a more level surface than the one that I'm doing it at, is because as that dries, that's going to go down, and I'm just going to let this one go the entire way. And what you're going to see is as it dries, it's going to get thicker, and you're going to watch the slip level go down. And now we're going to go ahead and get the next part set up. So what we're going to want to do, open this back up, put that on top of it, and let it drain. So I've gotten it to the thickness that we want, and I just like setting up these two for this particular mold. And away we go. Next part about this one is I just let this drip, and I'm going to let this one drip as well. Okay, now I'm just going to take it off the thing. This is as simple as just flipping it over. Cover these. And you are ready to let that one dry. And when that one's dry enough, we'll come back out and pop it out. Once it gets to the consistency that you want it to be, you're ready to pop it open. So with this one, usually what happens, if it's a little wetter, it'll just kind of stay together. And you can do a scenario where you kind of pull it apart. So I left it sit so long and it just kind of pops off. So for the purposes of this, I'm just gonna come here. So lift that up nice. Get in here. This reopened, and now we got ourselves, a nice little thing. the pour spout on the piece that we just got out. It's a little bit wet. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna break that off. That's what I like to do. So I'm just gonna come in here and gently pull on that to get it off. I left this as a little bit thicker than I want it to be. That's fine. But I want to get this part completely off of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to clean this up. I did just deform it a little bit. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to clean up the seam. We're back with a ribbon tool and a sponge. So the first part is we're just going to take the sponge. I'm just going to clean this up. Real simple. Just kind of get in there and I'm going to clean this lip up until it's nice and usable. So you basically clean your lip up as best you can, but see how this is a little bit off? It's because I didn't trim it enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just basically going to come here, just kind of very gently take off. I'm going to be very gentle with this. See, I'm only too much. Trying to take off the excess. Here's the other part. I'm just going to come back with this and just clean this up. And the best part about this is when we glaze this, really not going to see that difference. If you want it to be smooth, you know, you can get some. You make sure you're using a sponge that has a nice finer consistency. I know Mud Tools, we have a product that is very fine. I'm just going to take this down a little bit. That's higher than I want to at this point. It's the part that's a little inconsistent. Woo! Woo!